When it comes to social circles, you say we form friendships differently. What do you mean by that?
Well, every person has a slightly different taste for how many friends they want. You know, some people are born gregarious, some people are born shy. People also, my laboratory has studied the evolutionary basis for this proclivity, for our desire to have friends. And also we've studied how we go about picking our friends. So my laboratory has done a lot of work on the social genetics of this, on figuring out the evolutionary biology and the genetics and the physiology of friendship, showing how and why we come to pick our friends. And it turns out we're like spiders. We weave these social webs around us that are more convivial to us, that make our world better in some way.
Well, I get good vibes from you.
Well, the other thing that's very interesting about us is, if you think about it, like other animals, we mate with each other. We form reproductive unions with each other. But something very weird about us is that we form long-term, non-reproductive associations with other people to whom we're not related. In other words, we have friends. And this is very unusual in the animal kingdom. We do it, certain other primates do it, elephants do it, and certain whale species do it. And my laboratory has been working on trying to understand the deep origins of friendship and the functions of friendship. And one of the reasons we form friendships, believe it or not, is in order to benefit from learning from other people. If you think about it, one way people learn is independently. You put your hand in the fire and you learn that it burns. You've acquired some knowledge, but you've burnt your hand. You've paid a price. Or I can watch you put your hand in the fire, and I get almost as much knowledge, but I pay none of the price. And that's called social learning. And we form friendships to learn socially. But here's the thing. When I come near you to learn from you, I put myself at risk of getting contagious diseases. And in a very real way, the spread of germs is the price we pay for the spread of ideas.
Wow, I mean, you really have thought this out. Listen, thank you so much for your insight, Dr. Christakis.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Orden.
We're living in uncertain times.
Delta variant is evolving.
It's not always easy to keep up with the latest medical headlines. That's where the doctors come in. Now in our 14th season, the doctors continue to bring health and happiness into your life, giving you solid takeaway information.
Things aren't being as heavily regulated as you might think.
And we're uncovering medical scams to keep you safe.
A lot of them contained a dangerous chemical known to cause cancer.
What works and what doesn't.
I'm always a doctor, but this was one of the few times that I was a patient, and it can be scary.
The hottest trends in beauty and wellness.
Pull it up, keep it tight.
The prognosis is good. The doctors, a prescription for a better you.